Hello everyone. It's Stray Faye here with another episode of Olympia Soiree. We're on chapter 7 of Himuka's route. We're getting to like the halfway point, I think. What happened last episode? A lot of review, I feel like. So, some review of information that we learned from other routes. We did try to ask Tsukiyomi who our daddy was. He only gave us vague hints. At least he didn't outright say he was dead this time though, right? He did say he had black hair though, so we have a very strong suspicion about who he is. But he kind of just like diverted from that subject. Pretty much reviewed like the role of the women of the white who take on lovers, get dyed in their colors, and then use that power to feel the sun. Which Doma instead uses the souls of Yomi to feel the sun instead, because the women of the white are absent. And then we also saw Riku. It's been a good while since we saw Riku. He was mourning Okijiku. So hopefully he grows up to be a good leader who is against Hazushi. And then we also mourned some candy. We buried a lollipop with Himuka. And we got to see his house. All the skulls in his house, and we got to know him a little bit better. Alright, so let's start this next chapter of Himuka's route. My partner. Oh, another letter from Yusugi to Kikusui. And we also saw Yusugi. I wish we told her, like, hey, like, because we just learned that information, and Yusugi was, like, very ashamed of her black hair. Like, what if we just told her, like, hey, like, I didn't get to know my dad very well, but he had black hair, and, like, maybe that would help her feel better. It's like, it's not such a disaster to have black hair. Like even Byakuya, even Olympia is associated with someone with black hair. Maybe like Karoba needs to come by and like cheer her up too. Although it might just make it worse. Anyway. The letter from my parents said they would apply for permits to come and see me. At least her parents, like, still want to see her. They still love her. They didn't disown her. It's just the system that did. It must be her response to the letter she received. I can only pray that her heart can be healed as soon as possible. Alright, to the Kotowari. I have a letter to Kikusui of the Yellow today. Could you please inspect it? I'll have a look. I wonder if the Kotowari has information about the lore I heard yesterday. Oh right, that a man from the red killed Amaterasu. How long ago was this? Mr. Director, I have a question for you. What now? Can you please let your guard down? I just want to ask about a Tengu Island legend. I hope it's alright if I ask. If it really is a secret, Himuka wouldn't have told me about it. You know the story of how the sun goddess Amaterasu was killed by a certain man? You're not gonna say, like, specifically, like, what color? Oh, why are you surprised? I thought this was, like, just distant lore. Ah? I thought he was just gonna laugh at me. I didn't expect to see the letter fall out of his hands. Why is this such a terrible revelation here? Who told you such a ridiculous story? I heard it from the Undertaker, Himuka. It's a legend, nothing more. Your reaction says something different. He picked up the letter and carefully placed it back into the envelope. You should know that I hate that legend. I feel it is insulting to the red. I never thought about that. I mean, you didn't have to get all dramatic about it, but... I guess it's a sore subject. And just like that story about the man from the purple who was killed by the woman of the white, and Yosoga used that. I was surprised when I first heard it. I assume the creator of that story bears some manner of grudge towards the red. His feelings regarding the subject shouldn't come as any surprise. I would probably say the same if it was about the white bloodline. Oh. Okay. It came from Lord Hiroko. That's the answer. Alright. Himuka said he heard it from Lord Hiriko. If you intend to unearth the truth, you'll have to ask Lady Amaterasu herself. Can I? Oh, come now. Inwardly, I felt a little deflated by his response, but he was right. No one knew the truth behind legends or fairy tales. Since ancient times, Amaterasu has been worshipped by everyone on the island where you were born. Of course, I understand your curiosity. But do you not yourself find it disrespectful that someone killed the revered Lady Amaterasu of your people? Well, I suppose. I mean, she was quite young when she left that culture. As you'd know, the Red was long shunned by the island. It is about time we let go of that stigma. Of course. Akaza wasn't trying to convince me of anything, but the sheer power of his presence was enough to silence any further questions I had. Like, dude, I just want to know. I just want to know the story, man. It would be best to forget such folklore. Now, good luck with your deliveries and take care. No, I don't want to forget. We gotta learn. So we don't repeat the same mistakes. It might get us some more information. Thank you. I'll be going. Akaza does have a point. Everyone on Tenyu Island would have been angry if they knew that someone killed Lady Amaterasu. I guess it's best not to let it bother me. I tried to convince myself as I went my way to Kikusui's manor. Oh, back to the red. Now then. Having successfully delivered the letter, I stood on the street outside and looked around. I know I should be looking for my husband. Come now, we know who we want. I won't touch or defile you. All I have to do is watch you from afar. We just gotta break down Himuka's barrier here. Gotta approach him more. I hadn't been able to stop thinking about him since yesterday, but I wouldn't even know what to say if I saw him. A messenger arrived from the Jade. Their leader's son, Nagusa, has requested an introduction. Nagusa of the Jade? I'm sorry for trying to avoid someone I never met, but would Nagusa even... I don't know, like, would you even want Olympia of the White? Because she's only going to be able to bear him white heirs. I mean, it might up his prestige. But, like, as the leader of the Jade, wouldn't he want, like, an heir for the Jade? I don't know. All I know is that I want him to stay away. I couldn't help but see the image of Himuka's face flicker in my mind. Maybe I can find him in Yomi today, or maybe he's at Corpse Beach. That's kind of a lot of land to cover. Like underground or up north where no one wants to go. As I pondered about where to start, I once again sensed someone watching me from behind. Is it Himuka or someone more dangerous? Himuka? Ah, it is him. I guess we know how his eyes feel like. I turned around and saw him looking at me from behind a nearby building. How did you know I was here? He was looking at me so intently, how could I not notice? I decided against saying it. I just had a feeling you were there, Himuka. He's so weird. Hi. I see. I wasn't sure if it was embarrassment that kept him from making eye contact with me. Seeing him so shy in front of me was making me feel shy too. Did you have letters today? Yes, just one. I completed the delivery just a moment ago. I see. Good work. And with that, he went silent. If I don't choose at least one candidate of my own soon, that Nagusa of the Jade person may end up becoming my husband. Don't say that. You still have Akaza. Look, don't let Nagusa be the backup. Have Akaza be the backup. Himuka? I have some time this afternoon. So if it's alright with you, I'd like to visit your place again. Huh? Is there a problem with that? If so, we can go somewhere else. Anywhere that we can talk in private. You want to go to Byakuya's Love Shack? It's no problem at all. I actually don't know much about this island. So if there's some place you like, we can go there today. Some place I like. Himuka thought briefly, then looked up. There is. It's best to go at night, but it's still beautiful even in the daylight, so let's go. Alright, off we go. I wondered how long the carriage ride had been from the edge of the plaza. Judging by the way it shook, it seemed as if we were treading rough terrain. Are we going to that spring? That's kind of like out of the way. Himuka, where are we heading? To a waterfall. Ah, there's a waterfall on this island too? We have to walk there once we get off the carriage. Is that alright? Of course, I can't wait. Okay, I'm going to the waterfall, going everywhere. After a few minutes of walking along the mountain path, we're here. Yeah, the show falls. Are those show? Almost makes the air sparkly. Glittering at the bottom were various colors of show. They reflected the sunlight in a scintillating kaleidoscope of colors. Yes. The show you see in the water are from Yomi. It was decided only recently that their show would be fed to the sun. Before that, they went here. I see. I picked up a dull yellow show. It seems none of them were very vibrant in color. The show of those in Yomi are of no use to the shrine pillars and have long been discarded as useless. So they were thrown away here. Remembering what he said left a bitter taste in my mouth when... I love how beautiful this place is. Huh? People on this island judge others by their color traits and the vibrancy of their show. But they all look beautiful to me. His words softly embraced my heart. He was so beautiful as he said those words without a hint of hesitance. Oh, another choice. I want to say you're just as beautiful. No, the right choice. I think they're beautiful too. I'm gonna call a man pretty? I feel bad. You're right. I think they're beautiful too. Himuka seemed to express his joy with his whole body. The sight of him like this endeared him to me even more. Why don't you step into the water? It's surprising how much colder it is in the sea. Really? The water was so clear that I could see each show clearly. You don't want to step on. I imagine the shows are probably very sharp. The gentle sound of the running water seemed to call me in. Then maybe just a little. I took off my shoes and dipped a foot carefully into the water. It's cold! I quickly pulled my foot back from the unexpected chill. Heh, I told you so. Oh, he's smiling. It was the first time I'd heard him chuckle like that. That was enough to make my heart skip a beat. It's cool even in the middle of summer, probably because the water comes from underground. I took a deep breath and slowly stepped in again. It's actually really refreshing once you get used to it. The myriad colors that decorated the riverbed were the sparkling reflections of the show. The light sent rainbows across the water with each ripple across its surface. It's so beautiful. I slowly moved my feet to create smaller rainbows. The cold wasn't bothering me anymore. So, do you like this place? Yes, a lot! Seeing Himuka smile happily at me made me happy once more. I'm glad to know my favorite place is to your liking. Seeing my eyes still on him, he looked down shyly. He then began to speak. I've been thinking a lot about what you asked me yesterday. I'll list my favorite things in order. Okay, it's not a homework assignment. Huh? Did I just dig my own grave? I stood frozen in the river, unable to escape. Oh, he's gonna say everything he loves about me. It's gonna be literally everything. I love how much you enjoy eating. Wait, that's the first thing that comes up? It's like, oh man, I'm such a glutton. I love how happy you are to deliver letters. But it's fun. I love how you cherish the things that wash ashore. You do the same thing too. I love how you defended me. I couldn't just leave you alone, could I? I love how you wove that flower wreath. How you prayed and wept for them. You did the same for me too, didn't you? And now, I love how you enjoy this place. No. Now you gotta say the same, Byakuya. You gotta say all the things you love about him. I took a step back, deeper into the river. Huh? Isn't this what you wanted to know? Yes, thank you. You just bombarded me with it. There's still more that I love. I love how soft you are, how sweet you smell, your warmth and your heat. Huh? What lovers say. I don't mean it in a strange way. I have no intention of defiling you. It's just that, well, until now, I've only ever touched the cold bodies of the dead. Well, I guess I'm a lot softer and warmer than those who have passed away. Realizing that I was disappointed, I played with my cap to try and hide my face. Yeah, to say that, like, oh, you're better than a corpse. Like, not a great compliment. And no one has ever wanted to touch me before. His voice was so full of sorrow, I just wanted to embrace him. I couldn't believe that actually crossed my mind. So it was my first time to ever feel the heat of someone else's skin. I see. You are definitely a living person, and also brilliantly beautiful. What a thing to say. Like, yep, alive. You really are alive. Would I be dead? He's clearly not joking, so how could I possibly laugh it off? Of course I'm alive. Yes, you really are alive. I wonder what Himuka would say if I ever told him that I wanted him to be my husband. I heard men on this island can begin to mate when they're 20 years old, so... Oh, 20? Really? So my husband would have to be at least that age. Wow, we really, like, broke the rules with Tokisada, didn't we? It was like a 1 year different, but he was like 17. 20 years, huh? They regulate that. It's like just shy of drinking age. Oh, Himuka? I know this is sudden, but how old are you? Huh? I'm sorry, I don't know. I came here as an abandoned child. Did you have an estimate? Maybe? I'm so sorry. Don't worry about it. But even though you look young, or even though I look young, I'm much, much older than you. He's gonna be like, I'm 1,000 years old or something. Much, much older than me. If he's an outsider, then, like, they don't age the same. I was hesitant to ask more, so I decided to talk about something else for the time being. I see. I'm sorry for asking you out of nowhere. Anyway, this place is really beautiful. Until now, my favorite place was that part of the beach where you can see Tenyu Island. And it's fun looking for things that wash up there. But I like this place just as much now. I'd love to come here again. What do you do on nights you don't have to be on stage? At night, I usually just read books in my room. Would you be able to go out if I came to see you? No, nighttime meeting? Huh? Like I said earlier, I like this place better at night. Well, if you're escorting me, I should be safe. As long as you don't just like poof and run away. It's even better when it's raining. Really? Is there more to it at night? It's a secret for now, but I'm sure you'll like it. How can I refuse when you put it like that? I'll find a way to go outside. Then, can you pray it will rain tonight? I'll pray too. I wonder if I should try dancing for the rain. Huh, I think that would do it. Do a little rain dance. Himuka looked at the sky and his expression clouded a little. I have to go back soon. There's a funeral I must attend to later today. I really want to stay here with you, but his casual comment made my heart race. I guess this feeling for Himuka really is... Right, let's get going then. I was flustered the more I thought about it. I somehow maintained my composure as I followed behind him. Alright, back to Yomi. Now I know. I'm probably in love with Himuka. Judging by what he said earlier, he must be at least 20 years old. Or, I don't know, 1,000. Like, for all we know, he's like super old. Just looks young. All that remains is his feelings towards me. My shoulders slumped when suddenly, I mean, you know what he feels about you. He loves everything about you. He's like, you just have to tell him. Wait. Oh, no, we're not jumping. We're just lost in thought. Olympia! No, don't do it! Huh? Oh. Was that not it? You weren't going to jump in? I'm sorry, it's not what you think. I was just looking at it. I see. That's a relief. Kinda scrunched his hair to hide his embarrassment, then stood beside me and looked out at the canal. I'm really sorry about the other day. We thought about doing the same thing too. Don't worry about it. After what happened, I don't blame you. Discovering them must have been a shock. Those two. I saw them being carried away. But do you know what happened after that? I heard that those who commit suicide have different funerals, but I don't know the details. They were cremated at the beach to the north, and their ashes were sent off into the ocean together. Together? I see. That's good to hear. No, that isn't good, but... I guess the silver lining's that they could be together in the end, but... Wait, what am I saying? I'm sorry, let's just drop the subject. He scrunched his hair up again. As I looked at his golden hair, I suddenly remembered the other day. Do you mind if I ask you something, kinda? Do you know what Tokiji Hutan is? Words. Huh? Oh, the medicine for Haku, right? I heard the newer one will dye your traits black. Kinda, would you be upset if that happened to you? I mean, probably would. Sad thing is, like, if it happened to him, like, earlier, he would have been sent down to Yomi and he would have been able to be with Tsunami. Huh? Not at all. But I can tell you the others at the yellow would be. I see. Everyone thinks that they have the most important color. The yellows say that they're the closest to Lord Hirako, and the blues say that they're the most useful to Lord Hirako. I guess they all love their colors so much that they can't help but brag. I'm of the yellow, but I think being born into the orange makes me see things differently. Recently, I even heard of someone from the yellow committed suicide when his traits turned black. I can't blame them, though. It's just that I'm pretty much a failure. No, maybe I do want to blame them. If it weren't for the color class system, Tsunami and I would have... I'm sorry. Again, I've been acting strange since that day. So, just forget what I said. Everything is said and done already, so I know that complaining to you means nothing, really. You can complain to me all you like. Huh? I gave you a sesame ball, so we're friends, remember? I remember. It tasted so good it brought me back to life. Anytime you want more, you can always get them at Shikinjo. But I have this mark, remember? He pointed to the mark on his cheek. I mean, Yosoga won't turn you away from the door, unless it's like a dormitory rule. I'm sure it doesn't bother Yosoga at all. Really? Then maybe I'll eat there soon. I've got something new to look forward to in Yomi. I forgot. How's Canon doing lately? I've not seen him, which I'm kind of thankful for, but... Have you ever met him at the plaza? Would you mind pestering him for a response? Oh, that's right. I'll let him know. I don't really want to let him know, though. I don't want to see Canon. I appreciate it. Well, see you later. See you. Please stay alive, Kaina. After parting ways with Kaina, I headed for Abyssero. No! Alone? I wanted Kaina to have something else to look forward to. That was all that was on my mind. Well, he did do us a favor by trying to save our life, even though we weren't gonna jump, we were just wandering. He still clings on to life. Good day. Oh, what brings you here? I was just with Kaina, so I wanted to come and see where you were with your reply. But don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to force you to make you feel rushed. I was just hoping you might get back to him soon. I'm afraid I don't know where to even begin. You can just start by writing how you feel. The thing is, the letter my brother wrote to me included a special request. You've heard that my brother's lover was executed, yes? Yes. There's a monument in front of the hospital dedicated to those who have been executed. He wishes to lay flowers for her there. Of course, as much as I would love to grant my brother's wish, managing such a feat isn't so simple. So that's what Kaina wrote in his letter. As I pondered about what I should say. Oh no. No, not these two together. Hey, Kennen, are you here? Nagusa. Nagusa? So this is the first time we're meeting him in this route. A handsome man with vibrant hair like a spring meadow. I could tell his attire was expertly tailored to his figure, and he stood tall with the aura of a leader. Lady Olympia! Ah, praise be! Could this be Lord Hiriko's will? I never expected to see you here of all places. And what about this place is so unbefitting, Nagusa? Haha, forgive me. Have I known such luck would find me today, I would have brought a bouquet of flowers here. What should I do? This is awkward. And dangerous. Where are my manners? My name is Nagusa of the Jade. It was I who sent the messenger to Lord Doma the other day. Yes, I heard. Nagusa, you're scaring her. No, not at all. Do not worry, Olympia. It is not my intention to put you at even the slightest unease. Nevertheless, I'm certain it was fate that brought us here today. Might I request the pleasure of dining with you this afternoon? I'm sorry, but I have plans for today. Also, you're kind of cute when you smile, but you're ugly on the inside, unfortunately. You give bad vibes. You can just hang out with your boyfriend, Canon, here. Perhaps tomorrow, then. If I refuse, he's probably just gonna keep suggesting another day. How can I refuse without hurting his feelings? I can lend you my... No, I can lend you my basement, Nagusa. What? You can do away with all that dining pretense. I'll keep a lookout from up here. Okay, so we're not even, like, pretending anymore. Get out of here! Huh? Wait, what is he saying? No, don't be naive. Just get out of here. She's been getting friendly with a certain filthy boy we know. What a loss to have our white goddess wed a child carrying a skull in his hand. They're not even pretending to, like, be like a normal, nice people. What? I glared angrily at Cannon as a surge of frustration rushed through my body. I refuse to be part of such a rude conversation. Now, if you'll excuse me. Just as I turned on my heel. I will not let you go. Can you, like, have some form of decorum as, like, the leader of the Jade? He grabbed my arm tightly and my whole body tensed up. He's never gonna take no as an answer. Ken just brought up a very good point, you know. Why don't we all have a little chat in the basement? How about we have a chat at the Kodawari instead? No! A strange, feverish heat rose up from deep inside of me. Yes, do it, Zabatsu. Olympia, your partner should be of someone of a beautiful color. If you allow those sully to touch you, you yourself will be tainted. We would incur Lord Hiruko's wrath if your white skin does not lay upon a color just as exquisite as yours. I just want to Batsu him. Let me go! You must not go near the unsightly and hideous. You have no right to tell me what to do. Unhand me at once. Soulmates. It must be Lord Hiruko's intention that those of the same color class be united together as one. We're of like a completely different class than you. What? But you are from the white. There are no men of your kind. Hence, I would be honored if you choose me as your husband. There's no choosing with you, though. Please understand me. All I want to do is protect you. Let me go! I tried with all my might to break free, but his hold on my arm only grew stronger. Now, shall we, Olympia? No! Huh? Who is it? Oh, Hyrie! Can you help? Not exactly the person I was expecting, but... Hey, Cannon, I gotta ask you. Please, Hyrie. You get it, don't ya? You get... Like, I don't know if he's gonna help. I mean, like, Cannon is his boss, but, like, he probably doesn't like women being assaulted, right? I gotta ask you something about the newspaper. Please excuse me. As Nagusa's grip loosened slightly, I wrenched my arm away and ran off as fast as I could. Oh, okay. At least he's a distraction. Thank God. Oh my God. Can we tell Akaza or something? The military, please? After putting enough distance between me and Abyssaro, I finally stopped to catch my breath. We gotta tell kinda like, sorry man, I can't be around your brother. What was he trying to? No, he wouldn't have. No, he was about to. I felt repulsed by the lingering feeling of his hand on my arm. My skin was crawling and I felt as though I would vomit. Ugh. I was so angry that my eyes filled with tears. Why did that have to happen? Is trying to find a husband this unpleasant? I knew it was something I had to do. I mean, we could just... We don't want those kind of men. We want the nice men that we're acquainted with and feel comfortable with and feel comfortable eating with and and being alone with. If I didn't find a husband and bear children soon, it was possible my bloodline would perish forever. But I don't want this. Despair began to fill my heart. Why is it always a done deal? Like, oh, I gotta guess, I gotta pick the goose out. Like, hello? Like, you still have Akaza as a backup, and then you're, like, acquainted with all these other nice men. Like, why does it have to be the scumbag who's, like, being way forceful? No matter what, I still needed to find a husband. Help me, mother. Ugh, okay, she's young and confused. Help me, Himuka. I slowly looked behind me, then breathed a sigh of relief when I saw that they weren't coming after me. I quickly boarded a nearby fiacre and requested the coachman take me to the beach. Let's not be alone at night. Let's not be alone, please. I want to go back to Tenyo Island. I just want to live there peacefully, without needing to worry about finding a husband. You just, like, have the lunar fairy just bring one to you one night. I know my wish will never come true, but I'm allowed to dream, right? I gazed at my homeland as I walked through the waves rolling in. Hey, don't you drown on me. Hi, Kuroba. We went through something difficult right now. Everyone's thinking that we're gonna jump. What kind of gentleman would I be to ignore a fine lady in distress? So what happened? Nothing. You can keep it a secret if you want, but don't even think of drowning yourself, you hear? I'd hate to see your pretty face washed up on the shore so rotten and bloated that we wouldn't be able to recognize you. I'm not planning on dying. Besides, I'm a good swimmer. Good, good. There he goes, treating me like a child. As I gave him a sidelong look, a thought suddenly came to mind. I have an examination table in the other room. It doubles as a bed, so we can do our thing now if you want. the worst. The worst at first impressions. He said that before, didn't he? Kuroba? What's up? Is having intercourse fun? Huh? He stared at me in a stupor until a large wave came tumbling ashore. Well, it's kind of nice to see him surprised. Where did that come from? I was just curious since everyone seems to want to have intercourse. It doesn't sound very fun to me. Suddenly that unpleasant feeling came back. The feeling of him grabbing onto my arm. Well, whether you consider it fun or not depends on the circumstances, you know. The circumstances? If you had to do it with someone you don't like, you'd probably wish it was over in an instant. But if your partner's someone you'd consider your soulmate, I'm sure you'd have so much fun you wouldn't want it to end. Really? Well, I haven't exactly met my own soulmate, so that's just me talking. I see. So not even you, huh? What do you mean, not even me? I only asked because you're the most mature person I know. Huh? Come to think of it. Kuroba, are you not planning on getting married? Don't tell me you want to romance every woman on the island. I've been busy. If being busy is a good excuse, then maybe I can use that too. No, I'm the last of my blood, so probably can't. Speaking of intercourse, Akaza is preparing another petition to abolish executions. Like, oh my, that's hot. He doesn't show it, but I think he's happy that you care. And so am I. I'm sorry, I keep burdening you two with things. He gave a chuckle, then picked up a small piece of driftwood and tossed it into the ocean. I have a feeling that Tengu Island's nearing the point where real challenge will happen, or real change rather, sorry. Real change? In the old days, people used to think the only way to rule was through this class system. And no one ever gave it a second thought. If all you knew was this island, you'd never know any other way of life, right? That's true. But as things kept washing ashore from beyond the ocean, the island slowly started to change and evolve. In that sense, you yourself are a part of the whole movement. I'm just a normal person, not like an outsider. But you came from outside this island. I'm sure there are plenty of others who want to see this island change for the better. So don't feel like you have to do it all on your own. What do you say? You want to start by going out on a date with me? Well, we're not on your route, so sorry. Kuroba came closer to me when... Hi. Oh, ha! Himuka, where were you before? What would you think if you saw what Nagusu was doing before? Hey. Oh, I'm sorry to disturb you. Huh? Hey, wait, you got us all wrong. Our friendship's as pure as the driven snow. Oh no, misunderstandings. We gotta clear this up now. Hey, don't give me that look. I really was just teasing her, that's all. He's right, really. There's nothing going on between me and Kuroba. Nothing whatsoever. Byakuya. Oh, my name. Huh? Have I told him my true name before? I forgot. You are looking for a husband. Huh? Yes. I see now. It would be best if I stay away from you, right? No. Himuka, don't make that be the conclusion. Oh, great, we gotta chase him again. I love you a lot, really. But I can't be your husband. I'm not fit to be your mating partner. You know, I'm not sure why you think that, but isn't it too early for you to give up? If it's that you don't know how, you know you can ask me or Yosoga for help, right? I know precisely what must be done to make a child. Okay, well, he's not super naive. So what's stopping you then? I quietly tugged on Kuroba's white lab coat. I can't say. Kuroba and I looked at each other for a moment. But I still love you. Bye. Huh? Hey, wait. Himuka! I wanted to follow him, but I had no strength left in my legs. So many thoughts flooded my mind that I couldn't keep up. You think I, said something wrong? I mean, it's something like... It was always gonna come up, right? Like, Himuka's afraid of defiling Olympia, so... It's gonna be very hard to, like, break that down and have him think otherwise. Well, you have to admit you got a little carried away, but I don't think it was anything you said. Right? Right? I'm going after him. I hope it's not too late. Don't bump into any unsavory sorts. It is getting dark. Nowhere. I don't see him anywhere. I wonder if he went to Yomi, or maybe he went back to Corpse Beach? I looked up into the evening sky and noticed tiny stars beginning to twinkle. I'm not fit to be your mating partner. Did he say that because he's the Undertaker? He said something similar to it before, but... I love you a lot, really, but I can't be your husband. I never expected him to say it so clearly. I was sad about what happened, but knowing that Himuka did see me as a possible bride came as a pleasant surprise. I'll look for him tomorrow. We need to talk about this properly. Oh man, next chapter. Signs of the Dark. I want to resolve this now. Alright, well, the next day, hopefully we can pin him down. I don't think he would jump in the water, but he'll probably go about his job again. Alright, I like we did not report Nagusa and Cannon. Like, come on, girl. Like, you're gonna leave him at large? Alright, well, yeah, I want to keep going, but we gotta take a little break here. Anywho, I hope you guys had a fun and relaxing time. A little bit stressed out, though, about that last situation. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.